Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to MineTracker 101. Thank you so much for joining. Today, we're going to be talking about elections. So here's our team. Our director is Mallory Payan. She's the Director for Student Organization Services, Fraternity and Sorority Life, and the Terry Program. April Reza, she's on here. She's the Coordinator for Student Organization Services. Adriana and myself are Student Organization Services interns, and we have a special guest, Marcella, who's from the Campus Engagement team. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, so a special thing we have in our office is we're doing virtual office hours. So no appointment is necessary. You can email the sos@utep.edu if these hours do not work for you. But our main hours are Mondays from 9:30 to 11:30, Wednesdays from 10 to 12, and Fridays from 11 to 1. And April's the one who is mostly on those, and she's always welcome to answer any question you have.
We're gonna do a presentation overview. We're gonna have a creating an organization election, how to setting up ballots, how to form bulletin, and how to viewing election results.
Okay, so how to create an organization election. So when you log on to MineTracker, you're gonna head to the Action Center for your organization, and then you're gonna view the elections tool in the drop-down menu on the left-hand side. Make note, if you don't see this tool, you probably don't have management access. So make sure your president or whoever has management access gives you that access. So once you click on there, in the top right, you're gonna see a little blue button that says Create Elections. So there you're gonna identify a name that you wanna call this ballot, and the instructions for the process should be included. It's going to come up with the date that you want your election to be presented to the people that are voting. Make sure that you make it active. So if you don't click active, people are not going to be able to see it when you finish it. So just click active to have your voters be able to see it. Once you do that, it's going to display an alert on your organization homepage. So this is going to allow the users and your members within your organization roster to vote, or even outside voters from the public to vote. So once that is done, hit create.
The next thing to do is setting up the ballots. First, you need to create as many as you need. Like, feel free to generate as many necessary. Each can be accessible to those with general access or any number of eligibility lists. The users will be able to see each ballot, and they determine the general they have determined the general access. Let me see. Okay, if you select disable, you will be prompted to enter settings for each of the available eligibility lists. Note, if you are not seeing an eligibility list, contact us at sos@utep.edu. Once done with your eligibility, users access, click create to advance to the next page.
Okay, so the eligibility users. So this, you're allowed to pick whoever you want to vote. For instance, if you wanted to have, for instance, like a senior party or like a senior graduate surprise party or something like that, you can click that only like freshmen, sophomore, juniors can do this vote and like vote for what you want to surprise the seniors with. Or for instance, like class ranks, GPA, positions in your organization, specific majors. Yeah, so you can just pick here. It gives you the option to allow or deny somebody, ignore this. The allow option is so that the users on the list can access the ballot. The deny option is that you can't access the ballot. they're not going to be allowed on the list. And ignoring, the list will just not be used for the ballot. Users cannot access the ballot. So if they vote, you can actually say if you want their users or not.
The form building, creating and editing the questions. So we have the form building tool that can be used for a variety of purposes, and it's a very user-friendly tool for the users. And we have as well the resources from CampusDoc that it's creating a form and tips and tricks creating smarter forms. So they will be helpful for the ones that are creating, for the officers that are creating the ballots. And just as a reminder, as a note, you can revise the title and access of your ballot by clicking Form Properties in the upper right corner of the website.
So when you finish your ballot, click Back to Ballots, and then repeat this if you have any other questions or people that you are wanting to have elected in this ballot. And just double check to make sure that your election is set to active, so the people and your members can see that this is an active and it's going to be coming up to their email or just active for them. So now we have a question.
Have you ever used the election tool before? If not, does it seem like you might want to start?
Does anyone want to answer this question?
I have used it before, and I think it's very as I said, like super accessible. Everyone can use it. It doesn't seem like a difficult thing to use. Super user friendly, and I liked it. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad it's worked for you. Is there anyone else who wants to chime in on that?
I will. So I actually just used and created my first election form this past semester. And I hadn't seen or been taught how to use the election form yet. And it was relatively easy. I was able to figure it out within 10-15 minutes. So it's super user friendly.
Good. I'm so glad. I know that we all probably got the email about the homecoming theme. This was actually used for the homecoming theme. So the election ballot on MineTracker was used for the whole school. So that was super awesome that MineTracker was used for that and that everybody got the option to vote on that. Does anyone else want to share anything? Are we good?
I don't have anything else to share, but just to point out on this, I think especially right now, right, as we're all virtual, this tool is very handy to be able to continue operating, as usual, and being able to make these transitions with your officers, or simple stuff like you shared, Joanna, about the homecoming theme. So it's a great way to get others involved in voting for multiple things, right, aside from just officers. So
I completely agree. Thank you for sharing, everybody. Okay, we'll move on.
Adding images to election choices. So this is an option that provides more context if you desire, if the officers desire. It's obviously helpful to see who is in which position, who's running for which position. So it creates your ballot questions. It's a multiple choice question. You need to check the box, list or radio button list. Are able to have images in them. Uploading the image to the gallery. They have the gallery tool in your options page. And as well, you can copy the direct tool. After you upload the photo, right click on the image and click copy image address. You will then copy this and include in your ballot.
So here's some more info on it. So first, you're going to return to the ballot question and then click the little edit icon in the top left. So this is going to give you the option to include additional text or add an image. This is where you would add an image. For instance, if you were having elections and you wanted to show your new members or just have like a visual representation of the member, you would click include additional text, and then you would click the checkbox for additional text, and then link the URL for the image, and then click OK by adding it.
The publishing options. So after creating the ballots, there's a way to publish it so the other members be able to see it. You will go to the Action Center, then to Elections. You will select your election and then Publish option. And it will look like this, like the image that we're showing on our screen. And it will create an alert. And this will encourage other people to vote. And you could as well copy the URL, because it will provide you with an URL, and you could be sharing that with the other members from your organization.
So in order to view the election results, you're going to go back into MineTracker and then to your organization's Action Center, and then click on the top 3 little lines in the left, and then click the Elections option again. So then when you click that, it's going to give you your ballot, and you're going to click on the one that you created, and then click on Results. And you can view the results that your officers or your members or the public has given you. And then from there, you can select Export All Votes and download the file into your own computer and have them to share with everybody or for future use. Does anyone have any questions so far about any of this?
No, thank you.
Okay, we'll continue. All right, so we have a little overview quiz of what we've talked about so far. So the first question is, what should I do if I want to complete, if after I completed the elections and ballots and want others to start voting? Does anyone know this question?
I'll answer. So I think for that one, you would have to make sure that your election is active, right? In order for others to even be able to see it.
Yes. Just like you said, make sure your election is active. Okay, number 2.
The second question is, what are some examples of things you can use to control who can vote in the ballot?
Does anyone want to try this one?
Okay, I can go again. I mean, since I was the one who created the homecoming theme, right, for the campus to vote, wait, sorry, we're on question 2, right?
Yes.
Oh, examples of things you can use to control the voting?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I thought examples of like voting ballots. Some examples that you can use are the different requirements, right? Such as, their grade level. So if they're seniors, freshmen, certain classification or majors, those are just a few of the ones that you can put on a eligibility list.
Correct. And we'll show some more examples in the next slide. But number 3, how do I make sure people are notified about the ballot and have access? Does anyone want to try this one?
I can add something to that. I think one of the options is to share the link. That as soon as you publish the ballot, it will create a link and then you'll be able to send it to members. So that's very useful.
Correct. And I guess something to keep in mind is not to like share the link that you use to create it, but the link given to you that's like the published link. That's correct. And here are the answers that we all already gone over. But 1, make sure to set it active, like April said. It's not going to be able to show to your people who you're wanting to give it to unless you click active. some examples, like April said, class ranks, GPA, majors, or positions in your organization. And number 3, just like Marcella said, provide them with the link given to you and make sure to enable the election alert so they are alerted in their emails and on MineTracker. Okay, so we have some more upcoming MineTracker 101 sessions. The next one will be in 2 weeks on July 2nd. We'll be going over virtual events and how to have virtual events for your organizations throughout the summer or throughout next fall. And then on July 16th, roster organization and management. And then on July 30th, involvement and connect with others, with other members. So you can always RSVP on MineTracker for this and get the link there. Adrienne, you want to talk a little bit about SOAP sessions?
There we go. Yeah, so SOAP is a part of the SOAP stands for Student Organization Advancement Program. Just similar to MineTracker, it'll happen alternating weeks between our programs. Our next one is coming up next week on Wednesday. We're going to be talking about officer transitions, just tips and tricks on how to make that go smoothly. Similarly to the next MineTracker 101, we're going to be doing how to lead an organization virtually. Again, just best practices on how you can do that. And then our last session will be on how to prepare for fall 2020 registration. So just things to keep in mind and things you can get done ahead of time. And you can also RSVP for this via MineTracker.
Thank you. Okay, so some upcoming events that we have within our office. Cooking with Coordinators, which will be today at 2. We're gonna have, it's super fun. They make all sorts of new recipes, and while talking about drama and life and fun little things. A DIY candle making on June 23rd. That's gonna be super cool if you're interested in making your own candle. Mineto Mixer, and Mindful Mondays, benefits of massage. So if you want to have more information about those, you can go to the Miners on Monitors website or the tab on our website and get some more information of all the upcoming events within our office and within UTEP in general. So check that out if you're interested. A few reminders. If anyone who hasn't submitted their organization's SOAR report, please do that as soon as possible. It's super important that we get that in. And also, the registration for your organization will open on July 15th, so keep that date in mind and just have your organization re-register for this upcoming semester. Does anyone have any questions for us? No. As always, you can email our team at sos@utep.edu if there is any concerns or questions you have as well, and stay up to date with the COVID-19 to see if we're going back to campus or hybrid or staying online. It's kind of up in the air right now, so just stay in touch with that. But yeah, if there's any questions, you're more than welcome to ask. Any comments for us?
Thank you for the presentation.
You're welcome. I'm so sorry that you were the one who messaged SELC, right?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry
that it was
late. Yeah, it messed up. I don't know what happened, but I'm so glad that you could finally join in a little later.
Yeah, thank you for the help.
You're welcome. Do you have any questions about anything with elections? Have you ever used it before?
No, I'm a new student, so I actually doesn't know a lot about the organizations. So,
are you interested in joining anything?
Yeah, yesterday I was seeing the organizations that are right now on my college, but I still have to learn a lot about it. how to
Yeah,
apply and all
you
of
have
that.
time, so just check out all the organizations.
Yeah.
Message people if you're interested. It's always good to learn what's out there. So it's a good
Yeah.
time, especially during the summer.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm just gonna share. I'm gonna share something on the chat. Sorry, I didn't get your name. I'm trying to look at participants. Jose, I'm sharing a site that we have for new students. Well, it's basically for all students. We have a virtual hub where you can see a little bit more about some organizations on campus. They have a little video talking about, who they are, what they do, how you can get involved. And we also are going to be going live during NSO orientation sessions. So for example, today from 3 to 5, some organizations are going to be going live where you can actually meet some of the members and talk to them virtually. So just in case you're interested, that's the site where you can get more information.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to check it out.
Yes.
And as always, you can find us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We always share news within UTEP or all the different programs we have coming up. So it's awesome if you add us on Facebook. But I thank you all so much for joining us on this Thursday morning. I appreciate taking your time out of this day for this, and I hope to see you at our next MineTracker 101s and our next SOAP presentation next week. So thank you all so much. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day and weekend.
Yeah.
You too. Bye.
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 Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.